Hi everyone. I am trying to look directly at the lens, being perfectly calm and using a regular conversation tone. Why am I doing this? Because I'm going to start saying my public speaking topic for today. And that is first of all, hey everyone, welcome back. Today we need to have a serious chat about survival. Not survival in the wilderness, not surviving a disaster which will eventually happen in India because I'm living in India and a disaster is imminent. But no, I'm talking about surviving the daily walk through a crowded city. Now, what do I say or what do I mean by this? Have you ever noticed that the human race has completely forgotten how to walk? Yeah, you heard me right. You might have noticed people when they walk, they have this kind of a duck feet. Mostly in India, I see people just having this duck feet. I call it duck feet because it just looks funny. I'm convinced that there is a secret society of people whose entire mission in life is to move at the absolute slowest, most agonizing pace possible, specifically when you are in a massive hurry. That is also a pet peeve that I've seen recently. We need to talk about the absolute pandemic of slow workers in tight spaces. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You are running late, your mind is racing, you turn to the corner, you're narrowing down the hallway, just running, or a busy sidewalk, and boom, there they are. The human roadblock, as I would say. Now, why do I call them roadblock? Is because only at that moment where you want to go from one place to another, that's when they magically appear. These bad luck people, I would say. And they really, being angry is a slight word, or being angry is an undertone that I would be using because I become very pissed when this happens. First up, we have there are different types of people, by the way, not just one. First up, we have the meanderer. This person doesn't just walk in a straight line. The oldies, the old women, the old women, I would say. I don't have anything against women or old women. It's just that they piss me off sometimes. They walk in kind of a zigzag line. It's kind of like a mathematical marvel, if you would say. If you try to pass them on the left, they suddenly, I don't know what kind of a subconscious highlight they get. If you're going to the left, they'll come to the left. If you're going to the right, they'll come to the right. They just drift past you and they are accidentally, without even knowing, blocking you like a world class Formula 1 driver defending their position. And that really, it has happened with you, right? So, what are you looking at? Why is the ceiling of this metro suddenly so fascinating to you? Why are you drifting like a shopping cart with a broken wheel? And the worst part is, you can't get mad out loud because they look so peaceful. They look like half of their leg is in on the road, or half of their leg. हिंदी में बोलते हैं आधा पैर कब्र में है. Okay, they look so peaceful. They are living in a completely different universe. Meanwhile, your heart rate is 180, you're sweating through your shirt, you're executing high stakes tactical resonance or reconnaissance just to figure out how to step around this person without causing a 3-person pile up on the sidewalk. Let me tell you this out of personal experience, that if you by mistake dash an elderly person, they get very pissed off. I don't know why. They are ultimately going to die sooner than you, and they don't know why we have dashed into them. It's not like we purposely want to do a, how would you say this, an old people genocide. It's just that they just get so pissed off. Like, it's not my fault, dude. But the meanderer, these old people, they are nothing compared to the ultimate final boss of pedestrian frustration, the wall of death. This happens when 2 or 3 or 4 people decide to walk side by side. Bhaiye log. Completely locking arms, moving down a narrow corridor at the speed of an aging turtle. They are moving roughly at 0.5 kilometers per hour. That's just my guess, they might be even moving a bit slower. They have formed a human barricade, a moving fortress. It doesn't matter if they are or if there are 50 people trapped behind them, forming a frustrated silent parade. This wall of that just does not care. They do not give a fuck. They are having a deep, profound conversation about what they ate for breakfast, completely oblivious to the fact that they have single-handedly shut down the entire transportation infrastructure of the city. By infrastructure, I mean me, the great me. You're trapped. You can't go anywhere. You can't go around them because there's a wall on one side, there's a wall on the other side, and this is just like a traffic jam. You're forced to match their agonizingly slow rhythmic stride. You start counting their footsteps, you start questioning your life's choices, and if you're an introvert, you dare not say anything at all. And you just stay silent, or you just stay silent. Universal look of absolute despair if you are an introvert, I would say. And I used to be, now I'm not anymore. And then, just when you think you've found a gap to squeeze through, they do the unforgivable. They squeeze, or they freeze, or they freeze. Either of one of two things. They squeeze you, or they freeze you. Or the other part which I said, which I forgot right now. The sudden stop. Right in the middle of the doorway, right at the exact top of an escalator, right at the narrowest choke point imaginable. Has it ever happened to you? Why do they stop? To check their phone, to check their ticket, to check if they are missing something, if they drop something, because apparently the middle of a high traffic pedestrian highway is an absolute perfect place to read a text message. The Gen Zs I'm talking about. It's a slam braking on an expressway with no brakes. You almost crash into the back of them. The person behind crashes into you, and now there's a multi-car pileup, awkward apologies, and broken ankles, so to say. Pro tip to anyone, and this is to anyone watching who does this: pull over. Just like a car, you need to just look at your screen, pull over to the side, look at your map, just do this, man. And the rest of the world will just continue to spin. You don't have to be the center of the universe. I know you want to, I know you like to be the center of the universe. Does not mean that you just have to stop, look at your phone, and the person behind you, they have the space that they are walking at. And when you do that, it just screws them up. Look, I know we all have days where we just want to take a slow, peaceful stroll, look at the clouds, perhaps on a rainy day. That's fine. Do it in the park, do it on the beach. Just please, for God's sake, for the love of everyone trying to make it to work on time, keep the fast lane clear. You might have noticed the VIP culture in India. Wherever there's a VIP going to pass through, just 5 or 10 minutes or even half an hour before, they stop the traffic. They completely stop. Even if a person is just trying to cross the road, they will stop the traffic, and that's bad. So all this ranting aside, next time you're out there, just remember, walk straight, check your blind spots. Just like when you're driving or riding a bike, you always have blind spots. See, I have these blinders here, and if you want to see a wall of, or if you see a wall of death forming, break it up. Just walk past through. Fuck that. Fuck them, I would say. Yeah, fuck them. Let me know in the comments what's your absolute biggest daily pet peeve is. Hit subscribe if you want to be, or if you have ever been trapped behind a human roadblock. And I'll see you in the next video. Keep moving. Thank you, and bye-bye.